Let's play some Sentinels.
Oh, fickle fans, come on.
Oh, you've been quoted out of context. You must be a famous person now.
I am a famous person now. But we're gonna win. Unless the environment kills us. So yeah, I could have waited and
We have damage! Grand Warlord boss!
I did not think that would work out, but it did. Well done, team.
Woo! Hello and greetings. How's everyone doing this fine evening? Oh, whoops, did I screw that up? There's a new update to Game Show, so if anything doesn't work tonight, I apologize, let us know. It seems actually to be working better. Like, I just did expose and it didn't screw everything up, which is a thing that has been happening quite a bit lately. So hopefully it's working.
Yeah, I'm here in Star Trek Vasilino vision. Just like I'm one of the beautiful ladies on Star Trek.
Very nice, very nice. So yeah, it's Tuesday, it's 7-ish, so it's time to welcome you all to another episode of Sentinels Live. Thank you for bearing with us for our week off last week. It's back to school season, so I had curriculum nights and other things with my kids, and John was traveling, and he was in Edmonton, I believe, still last week, so it just made sense for us to take a week off. Occasionally we do that, but I feel like we've probably, on the whole, missed, maybe a half dozen episodes over 3 years?
Yeah, pretty rare. It's like maybe Christmas once a year.
Yeah, it's definitely pretty rare. So yeah, thanks for joining us around the digital tabletop while we play Sentinels of the Multiverse and sometimes other things. The goal of these streams is to have fun while showing you how to play our games as well as covering strategies that can help you win. Handelabra Games does believe in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible. So any comments or activity that actively work against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. If you enjoy the show, please do like, share, follow, and subscribe. And be sure to check out all the other shows right here on twitch.tv/HandelabraGames. On Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern, we have Dolphins Dive. Then Tales from the Archive is Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. And our brand newest show, it's been going for a few weeks now, is On Deck with Pirate Savvy and Dover, and that is Mondays at 7 Eastern. You can also join the Handelabra Discord server. Just scroll down and you'll see it below the video. Show notes. I did want to mention a couple of things real quick. Number one, we've got an off-schedule stream happening this Friday, and I know a bunch of you are going to be very excited about it because it is a dev stream featuring the one, the only, Maestro of the Multiverse, Jean-Marc Giffen. What is he going to be talking to us about on Friday, John?
I believe it's going to be some sort of Oblivion-related music. I don't know anything more than that.
Oblivion music? What? Yes, he has obviously been, hard at work in the music mines, coming up with cool new things. I mean, there's 5 new environments plus the Oblivion crazy wackiness. And so this Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, check all of our social media to get more information about that. He is going to be, I think, doing some composing or maybe some just arranging. I don't know exactly what he's going to be doing, but you'll have to check it out on Friday.
It's going to be musical.
It's going to be musical, for sure. Then the second thing I did want to mention is a friend of the show, a friend of the company, Zach Pierce, has got a game that is up on Kickstarter right now. It's called Bombfest. It's a party game. I would really love for him to be successful. It's only 8 days left, and it's not looking great, but it is a really fun game. I've played it a bunch, and I was instrumental in the creation of this game because I awarded him the Unity Pro license that got him on the path toward game development. So I would really love to see it be successful. So if it sounds at all interesting, please do check it out. I put a link to it in the chat. And finally, we were off last Tuesday when this kicked off, so we weren't able to tell you all about it, but I'm sure you all know about it now, and that is that there is a Humble digital tabletop bundle happening right now. And that is, for those who aren't familiar with the Humble Bundle, which I'm sure most of you are, it is a pay-what-you-want bundle where you get a bunch of really cool games sort of linked by a theme, and this one is Digital Tabletop. It's been going for a week. It goes for another week. It closes next Tuesday. Obviously, most of you already have Sentinels, but there's a bunch of other really cool games in it. You got Carcassonne, Ticket to Ride, what else we got? Mysterium, Pathfinder Adventures, Talisman, Armello. Why not buy it for yourself and then give the Sentinels keys to a friend?
There you go.
That's a thing you could do. So that would be pretty awesome. So yeah, so check that out. We've already sold over 69,000 copies, which is super awesome because up till now, including the last bundle that we were in, we were hovering at around 185,000 copies owned by people. So another 60,000 copies, that's like another almost 1/3 of the copies that are already out there in terms of new. It's like more than 1/3 in terms of new players.
So you'll probably see a lot of new players coming in on multiplayer, so give them a warm welcome.
Yes, show them how awesome the denizens of the multiverse can be. All right, so that's going to be it for the show notes. So I'm Jeremy. You can follow me at Mr. J Handel. That's MRJHANDEL. Joining me as always is John. You can follow at MigrantP, MIGRANTP. And you can always follow the company at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. And of course, Discord. Scroll down below the video. Join us on Discord. There's all kinds of cool stuff happening. So isn't that over 150? Yeah, it would be 250 in terms of total units sold at this point. Although, to be fair, we don't actually count them as units sold. So of those 69,000 bundles that have been sold, I know that at least 25,000 of them have been redeemed, because we can see how many are redeemed versus how many are just sort of floating out there. And it actually, the last bundle that we were in, there was like 60,000 redeemed, and over the 2.5 years since then, another 25,000 have been redeemed. So there's something like 80-something thousand have been redeemed. So yeah, I mean, there's a good chance that this bundle, if it continues tracking the way it is, will actually sell over 100,000 copies. But I don't know that all of those people will necessarily redeem it. Some of them will put it up for resale, some of it will give it to a friend, etc. So yes, at this point now, there's definitely more than 200,000 copies owned by people out there, but that's the best I can tell you at this point. All right, we are the developers, so you can always be sure to get some insight into the process and maybe see some stuff before anyone else. And in fact, we have something to show you tonight. Hang on to your butts, because it's something that has been requested for a very, very, very long time. And we finally decided to sort of try and break it down, and John has been hard at work on it, and I think it's coming along. So we're going to show you how that works tonight. The game includes a tutorial that covers basics, but we always do our best to explain exactly what we're doing, when we do it, and why. And depending on how long it takes for us to win or lose, we usually play multiple games in each 2-hour episode. Sentinels of the Multiverse, as well as all of our games, are currently available on iOS, Android, as well as PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always in good old analog, cardboard, and ink. All right, so let's get going here. Where'd my game go? Boom. All right, online multiplayer. All right, so we are in the Freedom 5, number 818. And John recommended that we try out Spite this evening.
Yeah, Spite's a really nice guy.
Yeah, we haven't played Spite in a while, and you know, the last thing you want is Spite to feel unloved, because you never know what he's going to do. So we'll play some Spite, and we'll let the chat pick the environment. Oh right, it's like low latency, so I don't have to do that. All right, so the first environment to get 3 votes is going to be the environment we play in.
And we're not playing in Madame Mittermeyer's.
Yeah, other than at Madame Mittermeyer's.
All right, I'll pick one of the new heroes and an old hero.
New hero and an old hero. I need an old priest and a young priest.
Borrowed hero and a blue hero.
There you go. All right, I'm going to do the Visionary. All right, let's see. Rook City, Enclave, Atlantis, Rook City, Enclave, Atlantis. All right, so 2 Enclaves, 2 Atlantises, and 2 Rook Cities. So the next one of those that gets a vote is going to be the one.
And Lou Dolphin voted for 2 Enclaves, so that's 3 total, right?
Oh, if only it worked that way. Vote early, vote often, right?
No, Hank Wright said Enclave, Missing Now the Great said Enclave, and Lou Dolphin says 2 Enclaves.
Oh, okay, great.
4 Enclaves, really.
4 Enclaves. That's fine. We'll do the Enclaves. And
Lou Dolphin figured out how to stuff the ballot box.
All right, I just need to pick a second hero. You know what? I feel like I want to stay. I want to stay in like the heroes that I'm good at. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Wraith. Which Wraith do I want to do though? Yeah, I'm gonna do Price of Freedom. All right, how's that look?
Looks good.
All right, Freedom 5, number 818, engage. Hello, friends. Come, let us get to know each other better. I don't know what his voice is like. We got ourselves a learning opportunity here. Welcome to the School of Hard Knocks. Probably deeper than that.
Probably more gravelly and deeper.
We got ourselves a little
learning opportunity here.
There you go.
Welcome to the School of Hard Knocks, kid.
Right on. All right, so Mainstay, Void Guard. That's right. This is not the first time we've shown it, but keep looking. We're gonna have all kinds of cool new stuff the coming months. Durasteel studded vest. Kick the tires. Mano a mano. And Void Belter is what Mainstay opens with. Wraith has got an infrared eyepiece, throat jab, trust fund, and utility belt. Legacy. Yay! Legacy's got heroic interception, next evolution. Excuse me, superhuman durability. Man, all of a sudden a yawn just came up on top of me. Surge of strength. And then Visionary has got decoy projection, mind spike, precognition, and suggestion. Alright, so Safe House comes out. You get an Innocent Bystander. And Mindfire.
It's a drug, and here comes more drugs.
Damage. All right. And here we are. Innocent Bystander.
Do I want to discard 2 cards? Let's see. I'm hoping to pick up a headlock, which will make damage irreducible to Spike. Lou Dolphin figures the new thing. We can now deal pants damage. That's absolutely correct.
You caught us.
So the drug that came out reduces the first damage each turn by 2, and the other one destroys the environment cards. So if you're hoping for Enclave the Endlings to do anything, it's too bad.
Yeah. Wah wah.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't really want mono mono because Fight will just heal back all the time. On this side anyway. So I'm just going to go with the vest, I think. And do I want to discard? Does someone else want to discard for that? I'm fine to leave it out for now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. I have a trust fund, so I can replenish if need be.
And I will... Actually, it's not even... There's not even a point to hitting Spike. I'm going to rewind here to use a power and just use my thing to get more cards. Because he's going to heal back that 1 damage. May as well get more cards. I can try to discard some equipment here. Or maybe mono monos, which I'm never going to play.
Mint objective voided. Yeah, so... I mean, I could get rid of my infrared piece and my utility belt, but those are both pretty good.
I think we can deal with it later, maybe.
Alright. Yeah, so my throat jab's not going to get through. And infrared
Yes, it will. Why wouldn't it?
Doesn't it? I thought you said something reduces the first damage by 2.
Yep. Who's the nemesis of Spite?
Oh, look at that. Yes, I forgot about that. Okay. So that's what I'll do then. Two plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2. I'll hit him for another. Alright, excellent. Ooh, smoke bombs. Smoke bomb!
Alright, I'll hang on to Heroic Interception for later, because that'll come in handy. Yeah, next evolution is also pretty handy against Spite. If one player plays a card, who would that want to be? If we want Spike to play more drugs, if we wanted to flip, we could get him to play Lab Raid again. Depends on if we want to do that or not.
Yeah. I mean, I have suggestion. I also
you could just do that on your turn.
Yeah, I also have precognition. So, I mean, we can sort of run him for a little bit here. At least a bit.
Yeah, there's not a ton of, like, awesome card plays. I guess we could get the Wraith to, like, dig for more cards.
Yeah, I'm looking at through the decks, and that seems like the choice I would probably pick if it was just me, unless you got something Mainstay wants to play.
Sure. Wraith can play whatever you want Wraith to play.
All right, great. All right, so I get a throwing knives, an inventory barrage, mega computer. So that's the first discard.
Yeah, the environment's not really going to get out of control here.
Yeah, and
you
then
need inventory barrage.
Yeah, inventory barrage is probably the other one.
Bertez asks, who's the new guy in first position? It's Voidguard Mainstay.
That is Voidguard Mainstay.
Voidguard Mainstay. I'm Mainstay. Do you want to discard 2 cards?
Probably not. The question is, let's see, I could Mind Spike for 1, or... Yeah, so tell me what your thoughts were about trying to get more drugs out more quickly.
I mean, one strategy against Spite is to get him to flip as fast as possible so that he stops healing. And so, if you suggest the Lab Raid on top of his deck, then there will be 1 environment card that's there. So we'll play 2 drugs on his turn. We'll still need him to play 1 more.
Right.
But you could use Precognition next turn to maybe try to find it faster.
Yeah, sure. I'm on board. Get more drugs! Alright. Unless anybody else is dying for it, I was just going to use this on the Visionary.
Yep, Visionary.
Great. Alright, so we get a Rest the Mind and a Brain Burn.
Probably not going to need Brain Burn.
Yeah.
Take Walker's getting more drink.
I got some drink. I'm drinking Cleveland whiskey tonight. Yeah, so their thing is they use science to age it faster. So it supposedly gets you the flavor of a long-aged whiskey in just like 6 months or something like that. I don't know that it works as effectively as they would like to say it does, but it's
hey, Lab Raid's going to get all the drugs out. Yeah, the whiskey industry would call that cheating.
Yes.
All right, he's destroying both. Here comes all the drugs. Druggy, drug.
Oh, and there goes the innocent bystander.
Well, we can save the lost child. Oh, but Spike can't deal damage.
Yeah, he can't deal damage.
So, we can have Legacy play Twisted Ether on him from Visionary, and then Visionary can take less damage from it on her turn.
Oh, I did draw a Twist the Ether. Look at that.
Yeah, so now he's got his other drugs that like deal damage when he uses the power and stuff like that. So we can deal with it. So
deal with it.
Deal with it.
We can.
I'm gonna, go with Void Belter here to start getting things set up. Do I want to deal damage? I could deal a little damage to get dealt. Oh, he can't hit me though, so I could Void Belt him for 1, or my base power for 1, or just get more cards. I feel like I want to get more cards right now. Do that first.
Sweet Rhonda.
All right, I feel like Whiplash is never going to really take effect, so I'm going to discard that. And I want to keep my Bad to the Bones, because that's going to be really good. Yeah, I think we'll ditch Kick the Tires, because I'm going to want to play Sweet Rhonda, I think. Haha, throat jab. He's discarding all the cards is great for Mainstay, who deals more damage with some cards based on his trash, so. Alright, so now we've got Spite is unleashed. So we're gonna want, like, to protect ourselves a little more.
Yeah. I mean, smoke bombs I feel like is going to be useful at any point.
Yep, I'm in for smoke bombs.
I'm just trying to think if there's like a way for me to get more things, but I don't really think there is.
Nope.
Like I have the good things in my hand.
And your power won't really hurt him, so.
Yeah. More throwing knives.
We'll give him to flip here. I was thinking of playing Heroic Interception here, because when he flips, like, he's going to be dealing a bunch of damage, so we can at least save that for most of the team. So I'm going to do that. And yeah, actually the only hero he's going to be hitting is Legacy. So I could go with Next Evolution. But soon enough, Legacy is going to be lowest, and then Smoke Bombs will redirect the damage, right? So let's go ahead with Fist of Ether and get that in. Oh, right, we won't be able to get that Victim under because of...
Because he can't deal damage yet.
No, because Visionary's immune to damage because of Heroic Interception, but no, it's not a big deal, it's just 5 damage.
All right, so
yeah, let's put that on Spite.
Yeah.
All right, choose a damage type. You want to choose the same damage type for the whole game?
Sure.
Well, you didn't, so we can do it next time.
Oh, okay.
But we can just reduce it by 1 this time. He'll deal damage to himself on his turn. We don't want that to be repeated.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not going to play cards. Basically, like... So Precognition isn't really going to do anything. You can't play Rest of the Mind.
I mean, is it worth it for me to Mind Spike him for 1?
I would play Decoy Projection.
Yeah, that's fair. So Bird is. It's not a new office. It's just my computer is at a different angle, so you can see the wall behind me instead of the stuff.
Actually, don't play Decoy Projection because we want Legacy to be
the
the
right,
lowest.
Yeah, we want the lowest. Yep.
I forgot. So yeah, Mind Spike him for 1, or just don't play a card and draw 2.
Oh yeah, that's better. Let's do that. So I got another Mind Spike and another Suggestion. Erdid
goes after someone who's immune to damage. Alright, so now Spidey's going to flip and basically do the same thing every turn. Yeah, so we can increase this damage, but just do this once. So choose something and increase it. I think he's going to soak the damage though, right? But yeah. All right, we have to return 2 cards to hand. Yeah, that's going to be like Mainstay's cards, I guess, because we want the other ones.
Yeah, we want all the other ones.
So everyone's just going to be in charge of playing enough ongoing cards. All right, so let's choose Legacy here and hold down on the vote button to lock it in for this turn.
Ooh. So does everybody see that? I'm going to do it again real quick. So vote, and it goes zoop, and then it goes to this turn. But if you hold it down even longer, it says all game. How neat is that?
So that'll remember your decision. And in multiplayer, it works like voting. We can choose for me on this and lock it in for all game because it's not going to matter, I don't think. And if we change our mind, we can undo.
I think you're blowing their mind, John.
And here, just pick like some damage type, whatever you want, and then maybe Toxic since he deals Toxic so much already. And lock it in for all game. And the same thing for the Reduce, because I don't think he's going to hit himself after this. If a Reduce actually comes up this turn. I think it will.
That's cool.
We can choose for me on this card.
Yeah, so like everybody real quick, if you look, you'll notice that my mouse is not over the button. If you just hold so like choose for me, the button is C. So if you just hold that, it will do the thing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Computer magic. All right, reduce.
Yep, and remember the Reduce for the game. And let's say yes, he is forever. Or at least for now. It can be just this turn, I guess. You can always go and erase those. Did you not remember the decision on Twist the Ether?
I think I did.
Oh, it popped up on my screen quickly, but that's because of the voting thing, I think.
Okay, so how do you undo it?
You can go to the effects list and the lightning bolt, and you can clear them off.
Yeah, so let's show everybody that. So boom, effects list. There we go. Yeah, so here we go. So you see, we've got this turn, all game, and you can hit the clear button to remove any of them. Very, very cool.
And if you undo, they all get cleared as well. Because otherwise, you could get into a place where like, if you undo, it just keeps doing the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I can see that.
Right, so undo has to erase them. And then you can probably fast forward through most of Spite's turns here, even with Twist the Ether and potentially lead from the front, if we find that, which would be great.
Yeah, I dare say this is probably one of the longest requested features ever. Is something to do with like repeated decision making.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna play cards to like keep Spite from.
Yeah, so he's gonna return 2 every turn.
Yeah, and we basically, Heroic Interception is gonna go, and next evolution I'd like to keep, but we basically really need to keep Twist the Ether, and Smoke Bombs would be ideal. But so let's see.
So one thing I did want to say about this new feature to everybody out there, because I see you all salivating. This is a feature that is going to require quite a bit of testing, because there are so many situations where it could potentially cause difficulty. So this is not launching next week, okay? So don't, we're showing it to you now. It is literally, this is the first time it's been seen. I think John teased it a little bit last week, but this is the first time it's been seen in a multiplayer game. It's the first time we're really sort of putting it out there, but, it's going to take some testing. So we will keep you posted as to when it's coming, but it's not going to be in the next couple weeks. So I just wanted to manage expectations.
So there's your Twist the Ether going automatically.
Yep.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of testing that has to be done with it, and continuing to improve it. But yeah, we are working on it, and the beta testers have it, and we'll be making it awesome, just like the Void Guard.
Indeed. All right, so let's see.
Yeah, you're kind of basically putting out something to probably bring back.
Yeah. Is it equipments and ongoings?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, there's an off chance we won't be able to let Wraith slowly set up, so it's probably worth starting. Well, at least it's worth putting stuff out that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do anything with this, so. But yeah,
Yeah,
at least having stuff out is going to be useful, so.
Yeah, your power won't do anything.
Yep, and there it went. You saw the auto.
There's Stun Bolt.
Auto
That
ether.
will do something. That's what we want. Stun Bolt.
Yes.
All right, so I'm gonna play an ongoing just so that I can return it.
Yeah, Miss and Grow the Great. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get the belt out if possible. We'll have to see if we can stay ahead of it.
Yeah, Stun Bolt and the belt, like multiple Stun Bolts, would be really good.
Yes.
What I'm gonna do is have Legacy play some ongoing cards as well as get the Wraith to play more of her cards.
Sure.
Since we don't have lead from the front, I'm not gonna worry about next evolution.
Sure.
And Smoke Bombs kicks in there, which we had remembered. And so yeah, if we decided, oh, we don't want that to happen, you can always rewind, and then it will be cleared off, and you can make the decisions again.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we still want Legacy to be the lowest, right?
No, it doesn't super matter now because there's no
matter.
heroic intercept anymore. So
Right.
if you want to do decoy projection, you could do that, or if you want to do 1 damage, you could Mind Spike.
Yeah.
We have damaged the villain.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll Mind Spike here. I will play to my type and deal damage when I have the option to deal damage. And then we'll see what I draw here.
Yeah, if you can get another Twist of Ether.
Alright, I'm going to get rid of one of those precognitions. Well, unless I can't... Yeah, there's really nothing to use Rest the Mind on in this game, right?
No. Well, I mean, there
Environments.
is very temporarily on the environment turn.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just get rid of that.
Or you can Rest the Mind on a decoy projection for no reason.
That's true. You could do that. Yeah, I didn't actually think of the Visionary variants when I was picking it. We specifically were like, all right, we're gonna pick Visionary because she has the card that is like the one that can show off the repeated decision-making stuff, and I wasn't even thinking about trying a different version of her. So
Legacy can be the lowest. He's probably not going to deal damage anyway. All right, let's return Superhuman Durability. And yeah, I mean, Throwing Knives is not the best, but it's going to be better than...
yeah, I mean, I have...
Actually, maybe I'd rather keep the vest. Why don't we lose Throwing Knives?
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have my
I mean, it just goes back to your
micro-targeting,
hand, so...
and I have a second one of them, too. So it's not... like, I mean, I can get it back out again if I want to, so... Oh, the one with the X+1 ongoings. Yeah, that's true. That would have been probably a good call. Like, I haven't even had to fast forward. Like, I guess I have my animation turned up enough that it's like it's moving along pretty quickly as it is, so...
Yeah.
I'll fast forward
Yeah, it's
anyway.
working pretty good. I haven't actually played it in multiplayer besides like just testing a little bit on my own, and it seems to be working pretty well. My computer's actually waiting a little bit for the Visionary sometimes, because you're in control of the Visionary, so just for you. All right, so I still have my vest, which is good. I could start putting out more cards, or I could, yeah, I think just getting up more cards to soak up is probably good. Yeah, let's get Sweet Rhonda. It's more card draw.
Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda.
Do a damage.
So I don't know if anyone who is in the chat was at PAX West this past weekend and or came to see my panel. If you did, thank you. It was a good time. I have not been to PAX West in 3 years. And Seattle, it looks very different. Like they are continually changing that city quite a bit.
Yeah, so utility belt are actually either utility belt or micro targeting would be good.
Yeah,
choice.
I was gonna go with micro targeting.
And then if you stun bolt him, he's gonna be like unable to hurt us, basically, because of Twist the Ether as well. So, well, it may be hit us for like 1 damage sometimes. Missing Another Great says, new Mainstay has relics. Neat. That's right. He and Fnatic, best friends. Hey, throat jab. That's nice. Alright, let's have Legacy keep playing cards to return to hand.
Do each of the Void Guard have an Oblivion Shard?
Yeah, that's
I figured. I figured as much, but I hadn't actually paid close enough attention to know that for sure.
I'm thinking of just letting the Wraith continue to get set up here. So either, I guess if you want to throat jab, or you could play utility belt. Either way.
Yeah, let's get the utility belt out. I mean, I feel like we'll keep the throat jab in case I lose the stun bolt. Because the stun bolt is, I mean, with all the other stuff, it looks like we've got him pretty well handled on the damage front, so...
Ooh, Inspiring Presence.
Oh, look at that.
Now. Especially if I can get the irreducible damage headlock going, then that would be great. If you want to help Mainstay dig for it, that could be good.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm happy to do that. So I will, let's see.
You could go with Decoy Projection, because that will, like, take any damage to you and run it through smoke bombs, right? So... yeah, Mano a Mano, I guess I could hang on to because...
Oh, wait, Young Herbie says Mainstay is the only one who doesn't have a shard fused to his body, and that's why it shows up as his deck. That was what I was asking. I was asking if each of them had an Oblivion shard in their deck, not if each of them...
They had a shard, and I said, yeah.
Yes, you are technically correct, the best kind of correct. What I meant was, do they each have a relic shard in their deck? That was what I meant to ask. I will try to be more clear in the future. I know that they became the Void Guard by taking the 4 Oblivion shards in the basement of Fort Adamant. Yes, exactly. The do what I mean button. Thank you, Ludolphin. I'm glad somebody's paying attention.
That is what this new feature cannot do. It is not an AI. It will not solve all of your decision-making problems in Sentinels, but it helps in some cases. Who wants to take 2 damage from Zream? Legacy. Legacy's tough. We'll eventually get him a Danger Sense, maybe.
All right, what are we returning?
Seamus Butler says, Idealist Shard is on her focusing tiara. Or it's on her arm. I don't know where it is. All right. Superhuman can go back. That's fine. And... yeah. One of Mainstays. Yeah, I guess Sweet Rhonda, that can come back. That's fine. We want to keep the rest of Wraith stuff.
Are you using Next Evolution?
I mean, I'm hoping to.
Okay.
Like, if I get lead from the front, then yeah, then I just become immune to Toxic and everything restricts Legacy. Right. So it's worth keeping just in case we get lead from the front. And actually, if you want to have Visionary help Legacy look for it, that could be good.
of the Endlings. I feel like I've heard 3 instances of damage as I've been fast forwarding here.
Yeah, there's a little bit getting through.
A little bit getting through, yeah.
But it's mostly getting redirected to Mainstay. And like, he's got an extra -1. Like, anything going to Visionary Deco Projection goes to Mainstay for -1.
Nice.
I think stuff going to Wraith and Legacy are getting hit because of Decoy Projection being there. Yeah, Shard Strength is pretty rad. Increased damage by 1. Mano a Mano would let me get more damage through. Leader of the Pack, I could redirect damage over to Mainstay, and since I have a -1, I can like protect the Wraith, right? Just trying to think. If I go to Leader of the Pack, I think I'll just do that, and I'll have it say yes, and we'll see what happens. Because he's got tons of hit points. He's fine. Yeah, like even with like 2 damage from Spite, it's going to 0. So he's not dealing more than 2 damage. So I think Mainstay's got this on lockdown also. So if you want to do max damage, you'd want to play Throwing Knives.
Yes.
I don't think Spite's going to deal any more damage this game, so.
Yeah, I don't think we have any redirection.
Sonic damage. Did you change sonic damage from... I thought you had it on toxic.
Mine says, do you want to redirect 3 toxic damage aimed at Freedom 6 Wraith to Mainstay? Does yours say Sonic?
That's weird. But I'll say yes. And it's going to be... Oh, it's still 1 damage, but...
Do you want me to report the fact that... Or do you want to report it from your end that it said Sonic instead of Toxic?
That's okay.
Okay.
I don't know where Sonic would come from.
I had picked Sonic the last time. I wonder if it was like still stuck in a buffer somewhere or something.
So what do you mean the last time?
The first time it was like pick a damage for Twist the Ether, I picked Sonic. Then the second time I picked Toxic. And we did the whole like select it for the whole game thing.
Alright, I'm just going to say Mainstay is going to redirect all game. And we'll see what happens to Mainstay. And if like Mainstay dies, we can go back. But yeah, I mean, now we've got... Legacy.
Oh, I just got a resync.
Oh.
Did you see the resync?
Okay. No, I mean only one.
Yeah, and I hit it.
Resync. By definition, I don't. You resynced off me.
I resynced to you, right? Okay. Yeah, so maybe that was what was happening. Because I have now resynced.
Okay.
So.
All right. Yeah, then I think I'm gonna have. So you're probably all of your lightning bolt things have been cleared then. If you resynced, I think. Have they?
Yep, it looks like it.
Yeah, that would make sense. Because they wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, so it got confused. It didn't know what was happening, so it resynced and it moved that all out.
Yeah, there's definitely some sync issue somewhere with Void Guard, I think. So that's what happened. And that's something I need to figure out what's going on there with David. I'm going to have Mainstay play some more cards because I want him to play Shard Strength. Because that lets him reduce damage even more. So you're going to need to remember and damage type again.
Yeah, So we'll do Radiant.
Pick a sound effect you want to hear a lot. Or not, if no damage gets dealt. Ooh, danger sense.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, really, the Visionary doesn't need to do anything. You can do like 1 damage on your turn.
Yeah, might as well.
Oh, 2 damage because of Inspiring Presence.
Hey, there we go.
There you go. You could dig for another Twisted Ether. That makes sense.
Yeah, or did you? Was there something with Legacy you wanted me to dig for?
No, I think Mainstay's got it taken care of. I'm gonna put Next Evolution back in my hand. There you go. Twisted Ether.
Another Twisted Ether.
Yeah, we'll choose. Actually, let's always vote for Decoy Projection because then Smoke Bombs is going to.
Got it.
Is going to give an extra -1, and we'll vote for Smoke Bombs first.
Hey, Sparky Wolf, welcome.
If you ever felt that fighting Spite was too much clicking, you're in luck.
Well, you're in luck when this is done, which it is not yet.
All right, so Next Evolution, that's gonna go back to hand. That's fine. And I mean, honestly, yeah, I mean, Inspiring Presence is probably better to have out for the bonuses versus like I could keep playing it every turn for another health, and then we just end up at full health. So
right.
Yeah, I mean, you could just return your Throwing Knives to hand, maybe, and then just play it again.
Sure.
Until you find another Stun Bolt.
I love how it is just doing it all for me. That's so cool.
Do it for me. Yep. I'm just holding down tab and watching the world go by.
Oh, here we go. All right.
We have a decision? No, it's Mainstay's turn.
There's Mainstay's turn.
All right, Mainstay's got stuff going on. Still no headlock. I could get a Sweet Rhonda, or I could do like a bunch with Drop the Hammer. I only have 2 cards left in my deck, so I'm going to reshuffle soon. So I may as well drop the hammer right now, because then I can just play another card anyway. So,
Uh-oh, there's a strategy beatdown happening in the chat. In this corner, Lou Dolphin.
I don't actually want to destroy that, but I do want to do 10 damage to Spite.
Yes, please.
I would like to play a card. I'll play Bad to the Bone.
I need to be clear with regards to the discussion that's happening in the chat. I am incapable of participating, so I don't know who's going to be right or who's going to be wrong. But Lou Dolphin
I'm not really.
feels
Yeah,
really
Lou
strongly.
Dolphin seems to have it in hand there.
He feels very strongly.
So I did like 25 damage despite this turn. That's pretty good.
That's it? And I guess I'll take it if that's the best you can do.
Well, Wraith can come close. Oh yeah, that's why Mainstay took damage last turn, is because you used throwing knives first instead of stun bolt first.
Ah, that would explain it.
It's your fault, man.
It is my fault. Is it just me or does Spite's card flicker a lot?
There's a thing that like flickers a little bit in this target selection. But you mean flickering by like when Jeremy moves his mouse? Or do you mean like flickering like black and art and black and art?
Yes, I mean there's definitely a foil effect on it, if that's what you're looking for. If that's what you're talking about. But it's also, I mean, I don't know, it might seem like it's flickering because of the way that the repeated decision making is like flashing things up and down.
Yeah, it's like going really fast through things. All right. Legacy. I guess I need to put out a card for Spite to put back in my hand. So that's going to be Danger Sense.
Oh, what happens when the Twist the Ether shenanigans occur. Yeah, that is most likely a sort of interaction between it moving quickly and the foil effect and the fact that the encoder for the stream is maybe not grabbing it every frame or something like that. I am using a different encoder tonight because, as I mentioned, Game Show had an update, so I decided to try a different encoder. So
I'm just gonna have Legacy play a card, unless like there's anything someone else wants to play. I guess is there another card that Wraith could play and then not have to put back? I guess I can just play a card that Legacy can have out, and then he can just put both of his cards back.
yeah, Epiku, definitely like at us at Handelabra on Twitter when you're gonna go live. And we will do our best. If we're not streaming at the time, we will try to rehost you.
Double Twist the Ether, so Spite can certainly never do damage. And you are going to get new pop-ups for this Twist the Ether because each decision is remembered for each individual card.
Anybody digging for anything?
I would love to get the headlock from Mainstay.
Drop the hammer.
I also have dropped the hammers.
How many hammers?
But I've reshuffled, so it won't be as great.
How many hammers can one Mainstay drop?
He can drop one hammer right now.
All right, so
I would just recommend picking the same damage type so it doesn't animate as much. Radiant.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that.
All right, fine. Oh, it's Infernal now?
Yep.
I think it's going to change to Infernal or to Radiant and then Infernal. I'm not really sure what's going to happen, actually. I haven't tested this.
Yeah, see, that's why I did it. I was trying to test. I wanted to say, oh, what happens if you pick two different ones?
All right, so let's take away Legacy's cards. Legacy's like, I will give up my cards. We are super outpacing Spite's removal because it helps to have Legacy playing extra cards. All right, let's see how quick this Spite turn goes. Oh yeah, it just ends up showing.
Yeah. Shows Infernal
like
for both
actually,
of them.
it shows Infernal twice, which is weird.
Yeah.
It does end up as Infernal, and we see the two reductions, so.
Yeah, so I think the next...
Maybe not an entertaining stream today.
So yeah, I feel like the next villain we need to take on is the Matriarch. Takewalker says, or Seamus Butler says, hey, Takewalker, there's an idea for a new villain, the Nail. He takes bonus damage for any card with hammer in the name or card art. Now we're starting to get meta.
Mainstay's only dealing damage to himself now. Drop the hammer is only one equipment card in the trash, so I can't pull off as big a turn.
Ooh, Takewalker says, I want to do a quantum villain deck. Run her like Legacy, just lots of inversions of Tachyon's cards. Yeah, you know, that would be... So that's the thing. Like, I think doing custom Sentinels decks that couldn't realistically work on the tabletop would be a really interesting thing to try and do in the video game. Kind of like the Fnatic card, the crossover for One Deck Dungeon, where it like changes its power at a certain point in the game. You know, so like a quantum deck where like a card is either a one-shot or an ongoing based on what other cards you've played or something like that. I feel like that is it could be a really interesting mechanic for a digital Sentinels kind of a thing.
Some cards in Karga Warfang's titles are already basically...
Oh, I'm not caught up on the letters page. Yes, I'm not caught up on the letters page. I'm literally months behind. So I apologize if that was a reference to something that I don't get.
You have podcasts that are more important to you than the letters page, is what you're saying.
Pretty much. I've been trying to get caught up on Buffering the Vampire Slayer, and I'm rewatching through Buffy in order to listen to that. Plus The Wilderness. Oh my goodness. If you're either American or at all interested in American politics, you should listen to The Wilderness. It's about the sort of the history of the Democratic Party, and it's a documentary podcast. It's not like a crazy news podcast, and it's really super interesting.
Throw jab.
All right, throw jab.
That'll speed things up.
I think we might have this. I don't want to speak too soon, but I've got a good feeling.
You could also have it remember your targets for your powers.
Oh yeah.
Like you don't normally want to do that, but technically you can do that if you want. Yeah, I guess like, do I want to? If I just punch him, then like. Yeah, I'm just doing it. All right. We're dropping the hammer times everyone. Because he can't deal damage, so we do what we want. Mainstay. Drop the hammer. Let's destroy the Durasteel studded vest.
Deal X targets Y melee damage each, where X plus Y equals your HP and X minus Y equals H.
Let's drop the hammer again. And that'll do it.
And end the game.
Which means we could have ended the game probably the last round.
Indeed. All right, so that was Spite versus Mainstay, the Wraith, Legacy, and Visionary. With
repeated decision making.
The new repeated decision making.
Which is not a really sexy feature name, so if anyone has any ideas, we'll figure that out.
Decision streamlining or something. All right, while we're picking a new game, I will remind everybody who's just arriving that Sentinels of the Multiverse is in the Humble Bundle right now. I pasted the link to it in the chat. Obviously, the vast majority of people who watch the show already own it, but there's a bunch of other cool digital tabletop games in that bundle. Why not get the bundle, keep the cool games that you don't have for yourself, and give the coolest game to your friend who isn't playing Sentinels yet? I know. Most of you don't have any friends that aren't playing Sentinels, because if they're not, why would they be your friends? I get it. But I feel like this is a good deal, and everybody should buy one. All right, so do we really want to do the Matriarch next? I feel like that's a good one for decision making.
I don't, but you want to.
We don't have to. Is there another one that's a better choice, do you think?
I feel like we've demoed it. We can do whatever we want.
All right. I will keep randomizing until I find something that I like. Yeah, what have we not played lately? Ooh, I don't think we've played Plague Rat, solo Plague Rat in a while. That's a good one.
All right.
And it looks like I am, is that Hunted Naturalist? Yes, Hunted
You want
Naturalist.
to pick one of the Void Guard?
Sure. I will do Dr. Medico. Clinical consult. Select a target. The next time that target regains HP, increase the amount regained by 2.
I'm going to see if we can have any fixed point shenanigans.
Oh boy, here we go. All right, so we got Plague Rat at Time Cataclysm with Hunted Naturalist, Dark Watch, Mr. Fixer, Void Guard, Dr. Medico, and me, Guise.
So feel free to use the new feature in any game, Jeremy.
I will feel free.
Double snarl.
And then it is the fool who stares into the eyes of darkness and does not turn his head. All right. So, Naturalist opens with Blend into the Pack, Indomitable Force, Natural Born Vigor, and Deadly Crocodile. That's good. Dark Watch Mr. Fixer's got a Bloody Knuckles, Dual Crowbars, Harmony, and Riveting Crane. Dr. Medico has 2 Healing Pulses. That's an ongoing limited. At the end of your turn, up to 3 targets regain 1 HP each. Power, Dr. Medico deals himself 2 energy damage. Each hero character card other than Dr. Medico regains 2 HP. Positive Prognosis, it's a one-shot where he deals himself 1 energy damage. Each player may draw a card. Each hero character card regains 1 HP. And then Prescription Strength, which is an ongoing. At the start of each hero's turn, you may destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, select a hero target. That target regains 3 HP. Increase damage dealt by that target this turn by 1. Then we got Guise, who has Guise the Barbarian, Retcon, Say Cheese, and, yeah, I'm that guy. Alright, let's see what Plague Rat has. The Plague Locust, of course. Infection right out of the gate.
Mr. Fixer can manage with that.
Alright.
With dual crowbars, it will be alright. Hey, it says Mighty Games.
Hey, it's Mighty Games. What's up? Mr. Fixer, bring me a treat. All right, so let's see. So this is the awesome Naturalist.
And you have a crocodile in hand.
And I have a crocodile in hand. All right, hang on. I haven't played Naturalist in a while. Let me look here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get the crocodile out.
If you play Vigor, you could use the crocodile's power and your base power.
Say it again?
If you play Natural Born Vigor, you could use the crocodile's power and your base power. Unless you're wanting to do something else. I mean, you still can if you play Natural Born Vigor now with your base power.
Right. Right. All right, hang on. Yeah, I haven't played this Naturalist in a while. All right, so you use additional power. Search for Naturalist. Right. Okay, so select this until the end of your turn. Activate that icon so you draw a card, play a card. Okay, perfect. So we'll do that. And do this. And then I will play Natural Born Vigor. Awesome. All right, Locust or Plague Rat?
I had Plague Rat.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the times we've played this before, it's like you don't really worry about the Locust unless you have to.
Yeah, I think we're going to be benefiting from the damage bonus from Mr. Fixer quite a bit. But I am going to be blowing up one of your cards.
Okay.
I do need to hit the Locust to bounce the damage over to Plague Rat for a lot more.
Take Walker says, I really want Forest of Shadows! Well...
Any preference if I destroy the Crocodile or the Vigor?
Sure, the crocodile.
We're actually playing a villain here from One Deck Dungeon. Also, there's a plague rat there.
That's right. It's a crossover. I feel like it's early for that, but I might do it anyway. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we get a shifter strength, meditation. Ooh, another positive prognosis, excellent, and gimmicky character. It's the most ambitious crossover event ever on a Tuesday evening at around 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, and is anybody or any of us planning to be taking a lot of damage?
I mean, Mr. Fixer is the only one hitting himself right now.
Yeah, that's what I kind of figured.
He's probably the best one.
Yep.
That power is great to use on the Scholar. Generally, bringing Medico with the Scholar is kind of crazy pants. So, highly recommended.
Misinko the Great says, "Gods, I love this song." Yes, this is definitely one of Jean-Marc's magnum opus, as it were. It is, for those who aren't familiar with the music, if you're new to Sentinels or you just haven't, whatever, the song in Time Cataclysm is a 17-minute epic that mixes all the music of all of the environments featured in this deck. So there's some Final Wasteland, there's some Rook City, there's some literally everything that you can imagine. And he did this really cool thing where he picked like 2 or 3 to mix, and he mixes them, and then that's one movement, and then he moves on and he mixes 2 to 3 again, and that's the second movement, and it's like 17 minutes long, and it's just super epic. It's great.
Not sure what I want to do here with Guise. I would like to, with the Naturalist, but I feel like I want to wait and do it later. Because copying Natural Born Vigor, I can like get the hit points for free, which is nice. But maybe I'll wait until you have more ongoings to copy. So, yeah, I guess I could hit Plague Rat for a bunch of damage if I Guise a Brain, and yeah, I'll just do that. Sure.
Yeah, so this moment right now is Ruins of Atlantis mixed with, I want to say, the Realm of Discord, maybe?
6 damage on my turn is not too bad. And there's another Guise of Brain, so. Tendrils of Madness.
It's even more impressive that Jean-Marc managed to do this because a couple of these songs have such wildly different time signatures that putting them together in the same thing, it just doesn't make any sense. But somehow he made it work. And Citizen says this is the second most impressive thing that Jean-Marc has done. Oh, the first is making Vengeance and Villains have their sections. Yeah. I figured that was probably what it was going to be.
All right, here we're choosing who's not taking damage, so I'm going to choose Mr. Fixer to not take the damage, and then everyone else takes damage, and everyone else gets infected. So, there you go.
Yeah, actually, Lou Dolphin, I got to agree with that. Frankly, the most amazing thing Jean-Marc has done is be a badass programmer on top of being a badass composer. I haven't actually said this about Jean-Marc in a long time, but I always sort of refer to him, at least in my mind, as our unicorn. Because the idea of finding someone who is as good at programming as he is, but then also such a gifted musician, all in the same person, is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and happens to live in my town.
Yeah, exactly. Happens to live like right around where John lives, so.
Everyone's getting infected.
Yeah, what's up with that? Leave some talent for the rest of us, huh?
Oh, and Guise is gonna hit. Oh no, Guise is gonna hit himself with his barbarian attack. That's gonna be gross. Oh well.
Where John mostly lives,
or sometimes lives, not even mostly.
Yeah, it's not even mostly anymore. No. All right. Let me look at what my options are here. Wait, what do I have active? I have the Rhino.
Like Sonverd, Dark Watch Mr. Fixer can destroy the Barbarian, so I will do that. Yeah,
sure
I would discard all the cards.
Oh, good. Oh, my God. I actually came to the same strategic decision that John did. Ladies and gentlemen, it is September 4th, 2018, and you were here. You can say you were there when it happened. I came to it all on my own. Ooh, all right. Okay, so if I Nimble Gazelle and then use... Wait, what is
your base power? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, do the Nimble Gazelle, use the base power, and I'll have all 3 active, and then I can Bestial Shift, right?
You won't have all 3 because you don't have Crocodile active.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah,
no, but I could. I could activate it with my power.
You choose Crocodile. Yeah.
Right. So do this. Then do this. Yeah. Now that's what the Naturalist is all about. All right. Now what am I doing? I didn't even look at Bestial Shift, so hopefully that's not a bad choice.
Just gonna use another power.
All right. Regains 3 HP. I get to use a power, which is gonna let me regain more
hit
HP.
points.
Right. Yep. Awesome. And then reduce damage dealt by 1. And then deal 3 toxic damage to...
Kill Plague-Rat.
Yeah, for 4 for Plague-Rat. Excellent. After all these years. Yep.
So hit myself, and then dual crowbars lets me whack Plague-Rat. Yeah, Bloody Knuckles is tempting, but I think I'm going to go with Meditation and get some more damage boosting. Driving Mantis. I'm actually going to bounce this off Tendrils of Madness, which is... Well, I mean, if we could get him low enough, we could get the Tendrils of Madness to hit us. But he's still at 63. It's quite a ways before we can get him down there, so... I'm going to bounce this off the Tendrils. Oh wait, I picked the wrong style. Let me go back to play a card, sorry.
All right.
I clicked on the wrong one. I wanted Grease Monkey Fist. There we go. Psychic damage to the Tendrils.
Nice.
But sonic damage to Plague-Rat. And yeah, we can destroy Guise the Barbarian so Guise doesn't hit himself too much.
It's time to get greasy.
Yeah, we're gonna need Dr. Medico to keep us alive in this fight. Somehow.
Right.
Healing Pulse is pretty good for sort of every day.
Yeah. I'm just looking through the options here, because I've only played him on my own once. When damage reduce a hero to 0 or fewer HP, you may prevent that damage. When damage is defended this way, each hero target regains 2 HP, then remove this card from the game.
Yeah, that's save someone from dying.
That's neat.
Card.
We're not quite... I don't think we're quite ready for that yet. But yeah, so if I Healing Pulse for now... So I can deal myself 2 damage to heal everybody, or...
Yeah, if there's like a particular hero that needs more health, like yourself, for example, you could use your base power on yourself.
Right.
And then target yourself with Healing Pulse. Unless you feel like you have enough hit points to, like, give everyone health. That's sort of the balance you have to work with Medico, because he gives of himself, right, to everyone else.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this and then heal myself for a bit more. Immunization. Ooh, I want to read that card. Hang on. Immunization. One shot. Dr. Medico deals each hero character card other than himself 1 irreducible energy damage. Targets dealt damage this way are immune to damage until the start of your next turn. Interesting. I have not come across that card before. All right, so we'll...
That's really good with Infection.
Heal me up a bit.
It's like, take less damage overall.
Yep. All right, there we go.
All right. I may as well gimmicky character, I think. And maybe get a hit point. I did not. Whoops. Yeah. I think I'm gonna copy Dr. Medico. High five.
Woo!
Wait, what? Oh, I did not know that was going to happen. So it copied Infection, which reads, if all active heroes are infected, it's top card of the villain deck.
Whoops.
Well, let's not do that. Let's go back. I don't want to do that. And then it destroys. Move this card to the villain trash. Wait, so yeah, didn't go to the villain trash. Did it? No. I don't even know what happened there. Yeah, it copied Infection, Sombra said. I know that. That's hilarious. I've never tried that before. Move this card to the villain trash. Shouldn't I should go to the villain trash, not to Guise's trash. I think that's a bug. It's weird. Like, it doesn't want to go to the villain trash, but Infection specifically says it goes to the villain trash. That's so weird. I don't know if we've asked Christopher about that. But then the villain could play, I'm that guy? I'm just going to send a feedback here.
Okay, that's fine.
No one has ever posted about that I've seen.
All right, so yeah, I'm trying to track exactly what's going on. So when this card enters play, give another player a high five. If you do, treat this card as if it had the game text of every ongoing card in that player's play area, replacing their hero's name with Guise, and you on that card means Guise's player. So that means that a new infection comes out. When this card is played, if all active heroes are infected, play the top card of the villain deck, then move this card to the villain trash.
Right, so it tries to move to the villain trash.
Right, because it has wow, that's interesting. Huh.
All right, I'm going to rewind to my play card because I don't want to do that.
Okay.
It might be in the fireside chats. I don't know. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to... I guess I'll play Gimmick Character because I did that already. That's fine. But I'm not going to play another card because I don't want to play those cards. And I will draw a card and punch the Tendrils of Madness.
Punch Tendrils of Madness. That's me doing my best Bruce Dickinson. You're all welcome. Rift in Time.
Fixed point.
Come on, Oppressive Smog. We don't need you here.
Yeah, that's bad.
We're
I mean,
not-
it's keeping Plague Breath from healing too, but...
True.
It apparently is in the fireside chats. So there you go. The more you know. Maybe the wording on the card was changed. Maybe it hasn't been updated in the game yet.
What would have been updated to?
Just discard this card.
Ah. Yeah, I'm that guy goes to Guise's trash, barring ultimate shenanigans, which Guise is always shooting for. Unfortunately, cards try to go to the specific trash is very rare and usually specifically pointed out if a card should go to a trash other than the one they are associated with. Okay. No.
Yeah, you're getting hit points back by being able to use the Gazelle, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, environmental allies is, I mean, not super useful in this environment, but
Yeah. I feel like I don't want to burn a Shifter Strength just to get one card. But I'm not going to be drawing more. I
I mean, you
have...
can draw with your power. Like, you could play environmental allies and like draw a card with your power instead of playing one, right?
Right. Or I could Shifter Strength, get rid of
Into
environmental
something.
allies and get something else, and then maybe play it if it's awesome.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that's what we do. I still have all three, so let's just see what we got here. Let's Crafty Assault.
Yeah, that's good. Just you can destroy ongoing cards, including infections.
Yes, I like that idea. All right, so let's hit Plague Rat. Ask them to show up with a cool new feature again. All right, I'll vote on Plague Locust. Oh, no, I'm not really going to do that. But I'll show everybody how it looks. So, yeah, so this is the new feature. If you're just joining us, the new feature is to help with repeated decision making. So if you have decisions that you have to make every turn, instead of just clicking on something, click and hold, and you'll see it'll be, oh, this turn, oh, for the whole game. So, like, if you have a thing that's like, oh, you have to pick a damage type every single turn, you can pick the damage type, hold on it, and it'll wrap around until it gets to a thing. And that is the way to do it. I'm not going to do that here because this is not what I want to do with this. But all right, so stop dealing damage. All right.
Destroy Beast of Vitality.
Yeah,
I
definitely
think.
want to get rid of that. And then who doesn't want to be infected the most?
Yeah, someone's infection. Maybe Dr. Medico because he's pretty low.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you do have access to the infection powers now. To deal yourself damage, destroy a card named infection, or deal a hero target 3 toxic damage and regain 3 hit points. I don't know if you want to. Actually, Mr. Fixer's going to use those. Mr. Fixer wants to stay infected so that he can deal himself. Actually, well, he doesn't have Jackhandle, but it's still going to be great with dual crowbars. So.
Yeah, so Hankroid, if you click on the lightning bolt, and you can't see it here because we don't have one in play right now, but all ongoing effects or repeated decision-making effects that have been locked in, you'll see them in the lightning bolt, and you can cancel them either one at a time, or if you rewind, it will erase them all, because it just has to. Because once you rewind, all kinds of crazy time shenanigans can happen, so. I hope that answers your question.
I mean, if I were you, I'd probably just, like, draw a card with your base power, but I don't know if you care about the infections a lot.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. So I'm gonna hit, we'll put the Rhino on, in case I draw something that helps me do that.
Yes, here's a Rhino.
And I draw the Rhino. Good times.
Maybe Fixed Point will come out and you can have both of them.
If you have the Rhino in play and Rhino, do you get to, like, trigger them twice?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. All right.
But then you could just always you easily have all 3 at the same time all the time.
Yeah, why would I not do this? Oh, I have to deal, wait.
Why would you not hit a hero target
deals
for
a
3
hero
damage?
target. Sorry, I missed a word. I accidentally a word. My bad. I thought it was deal a target, not deal a hero target. Oh, I did that backwards. It's fine. It's all fine. We're all fine here now. How are you? Great.
Lou Dolphin, I call shenanigans on you having a wife. Choose a damage type. Ow.
I'm a noi.
Is there any hero cards we want to destroy? I don't think so. So I'm going to go with Bloody Knuckles and bloody things up a bit. Yeah, I could destroy an infection, but nah. I am going to be smashing the Plague Locust doing this.
So, having been raised Jewish and marrying a Catholic girl, my family would say that she's a goy goy. I'm trying to play along with the chat and their boy boy, toy toy, roy roy, woy woy stuff. I was trying to come up with something for soy soy, but I kept going to soy boy, and I was like, maybe not.
I like immunization.
You're welcome, Take Walker.
Here.
Sorry, what did you say?
Like, if you use immunization, you could make everyone else immune to damage until your turn.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just looking at immunization, so...
I think it's the first time it's been played on stream. Haribo wins.
Happy, happy, joy, joy! I believe that your oi oi has to start with the article A for a joy joy or a hoy hoy. So
your healing pulse isn't going to work.
I
because
award
of the
you
smog.
no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Yeah.
Your healing pulse won't do anything except hit yourself, so. And this is up to you. Guys regained no hit points.
Wah, wah.
Hey, I'm immunized. I could copy Dr. Medico now. Also, now we can safely destroy infection cards. Which is good.
Business ethics.
Actually, if we want, I could copy the Naturalist. We'd lose your Gazelle, but I could copy you and then use both of the Plague Rat powers.
Yeah, I'm fine with that, if that's what you need to do.
And then we could get rid of infections on everyone except for Mr. Fixer, who likes his infection. So, Press Smog is easy to destroy, Rift in Time is easy to destroy, so I'm not going to bother retconning them. I could just retcon an infection. I don't need to do that. Yeah, then we don't need to lose your Gazelle, unless you were planning to play Rhinoceros.
Whatever you want to do is fine. I don't think that far ahead.
Yeah, I'll use retcon. That's better anyways. I mean, I could still... I could get rid of Mr. Fixer's infection as well. It's not like it's super helping him now.
Billy Madison, Take Walker. Billy Madison.
Yeah, let's get rid of all the infections. Let's do it.
I like it.
High five. Does this card do something? No, I don't know why there's an order decision there, but well.
Billy Madison, surprisingly progressive when the kid is like, you should touch her boob. And he's like, touch her boob? That's assault, brother.
Oh, I guess I can't destroy Guise. I can't destroy... Yeah, let me rewind to the power phase. I want to keep... If I'm going to keep someone's, it's going to be Mr. Fixer's. So, I thought both of them destroy infections. It's only one of them. One of them does get me hit points, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to destroy my own infection with my second power here.
Yeah, Billy Madison is definitely a movie that, for its time, was very interesting. But if you were to revisit it now, you'd probably be disappointed.
I have always been disappointed by Adam Sandler.
Yeah, like, I was never super impressed by Adam Sandler, but I definitely got a couple of good belly laughs out of his stuff.
All right, I think Mr. Fixer can discard a card. He's got stuff he doesn't need. Like Riveting Crane. Yeah. I guess I don't need both Cups of Harmony, so go to them. Crushing Hallway! Do we have a way to destroy this otherwise? Not right now. Crushing Hallway is pretty gross. How does the Naturalist feel about discarding his tiny hand? His tiny hands.
Tiny, tiny hands. Yeah, that's fine.
Hank Wright says, Jeremy has strategy? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
My strategy
Rude.
is like, it's basically kind of like the Drunken Master, where it's like, you never really think I'm doing anything important, but then you realize that I actually win in the end. It's all about making you think that I don't know what I'm doing. More infections.
More infections have returned. But Dr. Medico is keeping the others pretty safe. I guess we should have put that on someone who is going to be immune to damage, but whatever, it's only 1 damage now. Guise is fine, he can take it.
Lou Dubbin. Jeremy, what you just said is one of the most insane and idiotic things I've ever heard. Okay.
You can still use your base power to draw a card and get a form for
Sure.
next turn.
All right, I already have the Rhino, but it's going to go away at the end of the turn. I'm going to bet on...
All of your actual form cards are in your trash now.
Yeah, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. We're going to go with Crocodile. Give me something good on the Crocodile. And I cannot... What did it say? I cannot draw
It says
cards?
you have to draw a card.
You have to draw a card. Yeah, all right.
And it all came up Gazelle.
It's all Gazelle. It's Gazelles all the way down. All right.
And I'm immune to damage, so I don't even hit myself. I could overdrive, but I would be destroying...
Wait a minute. Dr. Medico's name is Dr. Nick?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody! That's when you say, hello, Dr. Nick!
No, it's hi, everybody. You did it wrong.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Dr.
I guess
Medico,
no one...
medical doctor.
Dr. Medico doesn't want to get hit by Mr. Fixer for extra damage, so I'm just going to play Toolbox and blow it up. I would love to get a jack handle, but...
Thank you, chat. Even though I gave you the lead-in wrong. Ay, caramba. Simpsons reference. Yeah, I'm not qualified to make Simpsons references because I was always a Futurama person. I never really watched The Simpsons. Actually, it was
You
just...
might wonder why I'm not destroying... Oh yeah, I'm not Guy. It's because Guys can get 4 hit points from it. And so he will.
All right, so immunization is done. Let's see here. Positive prognosis. From the brink. When damage reduces a hero to 0... Oh, right. We already talked about this one.
You also have preventative care.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Who wants it? Who would want that? Fixer?
I mean, Guys is going to hit himself with infection. It's only 1 damage, though, so it's not a huge thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a freebie, though.
It's a draw and play a card, though. So
yeah. So let's do that. All right, so do you want it on Guys or you want it on Mr. Fixer?
Guys. I'd rather Mr. Fixer be allowed to hit himself.
All right.
So
All right, so I draw Doctor's Orders.
that one's nice.
Deals himself 1 energy damage. When hero character card other than Dr. Medico regains 2 HP, that hero may use a power. All right, which of your people wants that one?
Yeah, I mean, Guys could use his base power and do stuff, or if the Naturalist wants to start doing stuff.
Yeah, I guess the Naturals could draw another card and then have something to do. Oh, let's see. What did I even draw? Crafty Assault.
You can do a little. I think, like, for the most useful thing, Guise would be the most useful person to give the power to.
Great. Do it.
Plus, Guise gets more hit points. All right. If I play a card, I'll deal more damage to myself, but it's going to be prevented, so that's okay. Oh no, it's going to be that damage, so yeah. More damage to Plague Rat.
All right.
Probably want yourself.
Yeah, he's only at 26. It's fine. We'll just do this. Flare up. Dr. Medico deals one target of 300 damage. Oh, it went away. Let's bring that up. Flare up. Dr. Medico deals one target 3 energy damage. Dr. Medico and one other hero each regain 1 HP. Interesting. All right, so we'll do this. And we'll do this.
Hey, you're back up to normal.
Yeah, we'll do this.
I do want to regain 4 hit
wine.
points.
Excuse me, I uncorked Cleveland whiskey. You're welcome.
Okay. I guess I'm going to do it like I did the first turn. Grab a barbarian, play say cheese, and do the damage. Just like the first turn. And now Plague Rat's going to be down to 20. The same hit points as the highest hero. Which is the best hero? Guise.
The best hero. Oh my goodness. Giant mutated specimen.
Where's that crazy head slug now? We need it.
Noxious Bite. The lowest. Oh, Dr. Medico. Oh, no infections in the villain deck. That's good.
Nice. We've been infected too many times.
So Imfesta says Cleveland makes whiskey. Shudder. So I was explaining this to John. Cleveland Whiskey is actually a startup here in Cleveland, and their whole concept is to age whiskey, like, clinically. Basically clinically. Like, instead of, like, putting it in a wood barrel and letting it age naturally for 5 years, they're like, oh, we can age it using science in 6 months, and it'll taste like it was aged for 5 years. That's Cleveland Whiskey's thing. I don't know if it works or not. I mean, it's all right. I don't have a problem with it. It tastes decent. I don't know that I would compare it with, like, a really good scotch or anything like that. But
so are they going to do, like, 1,000-year whiskey or something? With the process?
I mean, I've definitely met the people who started the company at various things, but I have not asked them that question. So
I feel like you have to do that.
I will do that at some point.
You should do, if you have this thing that you can make it, like, arbitrarily aged with an acceleration process, then, like, yeah. If it takes, like, 3 years to do, like, several 100-year version.
Right. All right. Yeah, all I have is the crocodile right now, right?
Rubber Rat says you might not have noticed, but you missed a huge bug. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Tell us what the bug was. Was it the giant mutated specimen? It's pretty huge.
That is a huge bug. In fact, I'm going to hit it with my fists.
We didn't miss it. It hit us.
Maybe. All right, so I'll do...
Gazelle and play that Gazelle card.
Yes, that's, I think, what we're going to do.
You can look at Plague Rat's deck. Maybe in the environment. We can get fixed point, finally. We're lucky.
All right, so we got Vicious Onslaught, main computer room. Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Surprise shopping trip.
All right, so main computer room.
We discard the top 2 cards of the environment deck. Definitely, they're both terrible.
Right. And then put them back on the top of there. All right, so which one? Ravage or Vicious Onslaught? Which is the better?
Actually, just put them both in whatever order and discard the top card of both decks. because they're all bad.
All right. Plague Rat and Time Cataclysm.
Yeah.
And I draw environmental allies. Gazelle. Wonderful. That is a huge bug.
Oh, he only discards the top one card, right? That's okay.
Yeah, it only discarded the top one, but Surprise Shopping Trip was the one that got discarded.
I thought it discarded the top two cards. Get it around. It's alright. We're gonna kill Plague Rat before he gets to go, I think. Because Mr. Fixer is on the job with bloody knuckles. I wonder if actually Overdrive might have been better.
This is the huge bug. Nyx Fisted.
Yeah, I'll just do this. It's fine. Medico will be able to finish him off at 1 hit point, I think.
I don't know. I kind of want to heal up my teammates.
You could heal up Plague Rat.
I could. Let's see. I think I will flare up.
Yeah.
All right. So that is 2 games.
There you have it.
We showed you some new stuff, and those are things that we do. So that's going to do it for another episode of Sentinels Live. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We got 47 viewers right now. That's crazy pants.
You want to take any questions?
Yeah, I mean, we got a few minutes here, so if anyone has any questions, feel free to throw them into the chat while I'm doing my sort of outro here. Sentinels of the Multiverse is the only cooperative comic book card game that you should be playing. That's right. All those other cooperative comic book card games...
Throw them in the trash.
Throw them in the trash. Get rid of them. They're no good. Iron Legacy game with malpractice. No, we're not playing a third game. I have been playing a lot of... when I was in Seattle this week, I played a bunch of Pokemon Go. I got an Entei? I don't know. That looks pretty cool. I just beat a raid battle all by myself. I was very proud of myself for that one.
Take Walker asks, what is closer to completion, Oblivion or Awesome Choice Setting Option? Which is a good name for that. Awesome Choice Setting Option is closer, yes. Though Oblivion has had more work done on it, but Oblivion is way more work overall.
I also got a Raikou. I don't know what that is, but it's a thing that I got.
17th Lord, there is no digital version of Marvel Legendary, but you could still play Legendary DXP. It's fun. It's not Marvel, though.
It is not Marvel.
It's
Voidguard win! Just kidding.
Generic fantasy.
I know things take time. Yes, Voidguard is, as you've seen, we showed it off a couple weeks ago. We showed it off a little bit tonight. It's definitely still a little ways out. It is in testing.
Yep.
It is
lots of work still being done. Even though everything seems to work fine, there's lots of various bugs that are being worked out that the beta testers are great at finding.
All right, so PG Turambar says, would really love some streams during development that focus on Oblivion's strategy. Interesting. So we've definitely talked internally about the idea of doing some development streams that focus on Oblivion. You know, one of the reasons we couldn't do streams earlier in the summer where we were showing off, you know, whether it was Mini Pack 4 or even Voidguard was because all the stuff hadn't shipped yet. And, with Greater Than Games, we have an agreement that we didn't want to spoil anything for people who are waiting. Now that everything has shipped, that's why, Jean-Marc is going to start doing, he's going to do a music stream on Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern. for anybody who's interested in that. But yeah, we've had some conversations internally about doing some more dev streams, whether it's Jennifer doing some of the environment stuff, or Jean-Marc doing music stuff, or John doing some Unity stuff. We're definitely looking at the options to do some more dev streams that will focus on Oblivion content. So,
but tune in on Friday for a music stream with Jean-Marc at 1 Eastern.
Indeed.
Sparky Wolf asks, will you leave a feature to keep redacted as an active card art? Nope, that was just a gag for the stream.
Yep, just a gag. Imfest says, when are you digitizing One Deck Galaxy? Well, since it doesn't exist in analog yet, the answer to that is not until it exists in analog.
Yeah. We can't make video games of things that don't exist.
That would be pretty cool, though, if we could.
I mean, yeah, that's a thing, but yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to. Although we've definitely, Chris from Ismati has definitely been like, hey, so here's the thing. And we're like, ooh, that sounds interesting. We should definitely have some conversations at some point.
It looks interesting, and we're definitely interested. But first things first.
Exactly. We've got all kinds of stuff to do, like Oblivion content and Aeon's End and, a little something called Spirit Island. Yeah, so we've got all kinds of things on the docket already. So,
Sparky Wolf wants to know, Jeremy, what is your Pokemon Go team? Your combat team.
Oh man, it's whatever it is suggested to me whenever I go into a thing.
Yeah, you don't have any setup.
Yeah, I don't have a specific setup. I honestly here's the thing. I'm 41 years old. What that means is, by the time Pokemon was a big thing, I was already too old to know what Pokemon was. So the first Pokemon game that I played is Pokemon Go. So I don't know what's good. I don't know what a grass type is versus a lightning type versus a windy type or whatever they are.
You're not about the battling.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I walk around, I hatch eggs. Whenever I end up at a gym, I fight, and that's about it. So
I haven't played too much, but when I was playing, it was like Vaporeon time. That was the meta at the time, but I'm sure that's changed now.
Yeah, so I my best Pokemon here. I'll tell you who my in terms of combat power, my best Pokemon are. I have 2 Snorlaxes, a Donphan, a Pyro, an Arcanine, a Gengar, Scyther, a Nidoqueen, a Golem, a Hypno, a couple of Kinglers, a Nidoking. So there you go. That's who my best ones are in terms of combat power. My partner or my walker person was a Machoke, whatever it is. It's a Machamp now. I just evolved it.
Yeah, you evolved it up.
I just evolved it this weekend after walking around Seattle a bunch, so I was very excited about that. Yes, I have a Scyther. I think your buddy is a Scyther, right?
Yeah,
John?
I've been walking a Scyther. I've walked him for 400 kilometers trying to get him to a Scyther.
Yeah, my Scyther,
I still have to walk him for 100 more kilometers.
Yeah, I only have 11 Scyther candies, and you need to get 50 to upgrade him.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I haven't been playing a lot because my phone has this weird problem where if I open Pokemon Go, it loses service. So that really makes it problematic to play Pokemon on.
Yeah, I hear ya.
It's really weird.
Yeah, my Gengar is pretty good. My Gengar comes pretty correct in most fights, and I just upgraded my whatever the stone golem thingy is to Golem. They're all dead now because I went on a tear earlier fighting some things when I walked around for dinner. So I need to revive them. But yeah, it's fun. Now that they've updated it, there's friends and all these other kinds of things. I find myself playing it more than I had been, so that's cool.
Yeah, they've been adding more. The social features are helping a lot, I think, getting people interested again.
Cool. All right, so that's going to do it. Thanks for joining us. We do this most Tuesday nights at 7. We didn't do it last night, but as mentioned earlier, I think we've missed maybe 6 or 7 total in the 3 years that we've been doing the show. So if you do enjoy the show, please like, share, follow, and subscribe.
Actually, what Sparky Wolf was asking was just, are you red, yellow, or blue?
Oh, yes, I'm blue.
I didn't get that.
I'm blue.
Also blue.
Mystic?
Team Mystic.
Team Mystic. Yep, that's what I am.
Sorry. I wanted to make sure we got that answer.
Sorry, Sparky Wolf. Yes, I'm the Slayer of Pokemon. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS as well as Android and Steam, and always in good old analog cardboard and ink. And you can find more info and download the free demo at sentinelsdigital.com. Thank you, everybody, and good night. I'm Jeremy. Joining me, as always, is
John.
And we will see you next week.
Good
night, everybody.